So the episode kicks off with Senku and the crew in a full-blown race against Stanley's squad. The goal? Secure rubber trees before Stanley catches up and turns their science dreams into dust. They're somewhere near Panama, and the urgency is real. Chelsea assures them that she knows where to find rubber. According to Carlos, Stanley's reputation is terrifying, and the crew knows that once his aircraft gets within range, it's game over. Senku's solution? A split-up strategy. One group heads for the rubber trees, the other becomes a decoy heading toward the Panama Canal. The idea is to trick Stanley's radar into chasing the wrong target. Although Yukio volunteers to act as a decoy, Senku is not letting Yukio sacrifice himself. Thus, he decides to use that lab car as the decoy, which will head to the Panama Canal. Yeah, the same one they've poured their hearts into. Kaseki and Grom get all sentimental, calling it cute little Senku. And even Senku's like, it's just a machine, but you can tell it stings. They strip the lab car of its valuable parts and send it off, dressed up with radar-reflective junk to make it look legit. It's a bold move, and honestly, kind of heartbreaking. Meanwhile, Stanley's team is confused as to how Senku's ship signature has split into two, and one is headed to the Panama Canal. Stanley has no choice but to chase the second ship, even if it's a decoy. Well, if the decoy ship turns out to be the legit one as it passes through the canal, Stanley is screwed. After a while, the rubber squad hits the jungle, and thanks to Chelsea's guidance, they are able to locate several rubber trees. Then they start tapping rubber trees like pros. And even Zeno, who's technically still a prisoner, joins in. They slice into the trees, collect the sap, and start the vulcanization process. Sulfur, carbon, heat. It's a whole chemistry class in motion. Chrome is freaking out over how stretchy and bouncy the rubber is, calling it too fun. Then Chrome experiences some 21st century stuff. They even make several bouncing balls in the process. It's wild how tree juice turns into tire-grade material. Senku and the gang then go full DIY mode, crafting tires with wire, cloth, and heat. They even make inner tubes and inflate them manually. The result? A slick off-road ready tire that makes bamboo wheels look like ancient relics. Thus, they finally acquire tires for their upcoming bikes. Kaseki and the others continue building components while they are on their way to Ecuador. They land in Ecuador, and surprise, it's a desert. Dry, dusty, and perfect for speed. But stealth, not happening. Right off the bat, they strip their ship for parts and fuel because time's ticking and Stanley's closing in. And by the way, Stanley's radar locks onto the decoy ship and destroys it, but when no one shows up, he realizes the real team went south. Cue full speed pursuit. And well, it's not just about tires. They're building motorcycles. But not just any motorcycles. These babies run on wood gas. Yep, they burn wood in a boiler, collect the gas, and use it as fuel. One boss bike does the burning, the rest are co-bikes that run on the bottled gas. The decoy bought them time, but not much. The crew is racing to finish the bikes, engines still under construction, and Stanley is practically breathing down their necks. Although Chrome is worried about constructing 6 engines, Senku decides to use the ship's boiler and engines.